Hey everybody, welcome back to another movie review. Hope you guys been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. Decided to do another mystery movie night. The first one was, that was pretty bad. That was Challengers, I believe it was called. Or Champions, sorry, not Challengers, Champions. I can't even remember the name of the film, that's how bad it was. But this time around, I actually guessed it correctly, and that film being Paint, written and directed by Brett McAdams, I believe that's the name, and it is a biopic, I think, I don't know, of Bob Ross, played by Owen Wilson, and basically tells a story of his final days on television, I guess. And he's having to compete against a younger painter who's a lot better than him, and has issues with his with an ex, and ultimately, like, the film is expressing this very hollow and very dry and very dull representation of how one goes through changes and how they try to adapt to those changes and how they try to accept certain things from their past and how they come to find a new way of living, and it's just, like, the flavor of this is just so vanilla. Like, it's really dry, really dull, like, it's, the weirdest comparison that I had watching the film was Anchorman, specifically Anchorman 2. I feel like they were trying to riff off that a little bit, like, in terms of its comedic timing and just what it's trying to do, just in general with staying within this television network setting. It just reminded me of that. It reminded me a little bit of Anchorman. Especially with how Owen Wilson is, like, playing the part. Like, it almost feels like parody, not necessarily, like, authentic. And I get it that Bob Ross himself is kind of like a meme at this point, but you would expect a little bit more authenticity, or a little bit more groundedness, a little more believability, let's say, with the performance. And, like, my audience was laughing, but I don't feel like they were laughing. Partially they probably were, but I feel like it was also a lot to do with the fact that everybody in this film is just going on the same level of energy. Like, I guess in some way Owen Wilson is the right person for this role because he has that energy that Bob Ross would have. But in terms of an overall performance, it's just lifeless. Like, all of them were just so fucking wooden. Every performance is so wooden, and just naturally in general, the whole film is wooden. Like, there's no real momentum, there's no real energy to the film. It is really fucking bland in terms of energy, and, like, shit just happens. Like, it doesn't have much of a progression. Like, things just kind of just go. Like, okay, like, the wife is going to be a lesbian now, or the ex is going to be a lesbian now for a hot minute. Bob Ross's house is going to catch on fire at some point. He's stuck on this one painting all the time, and they always have to talk like this, like, very softly spoken, and everybody's like that. It's not just Bob Ross. I mean, I know that that's one of his trademarks, but, like, everybody in the film is doing the same thing. They're always talking at this level. Like, there's a point where that, like I said, that, like, the house catches fire and that the girl comes in to rescue Bob Ross, and she's still on the same energy. Like, she's not even trying to operate anything new. She's like, oh my gosh, Bob, where are you? Oh my gosh, let's get you out of here. Like, it's the same delivery the entire fucking movie. Like, they don't try to change anything. Like, it's funny, the movie's about change, but the movie itself doesn't change at all. Like, it's just the same, like, basic level shit, It never rises to anywhere more meaningful or anything more colorful or anything more, like, expressive. It's just super mediocre. And that mediocrity, like, kind of started to wane on me, especially when it came to how represented its humor. Like, it became like nails on a chalkboard at some point. Like, there's this one joke that was getting to me so bad, where not necessarily in a good way, where there was like a TV screen, and it's just like, you know how some movies where they think, you know what's really funny? Prolonging something. Like, you know, when like, oh, look, she's gonna be there any second now. Any second. Like that kind of humor. Yeah, so it's like a TV screen. It's like coming up like this, and they hold on to it for like a good 40 fucking seconds. Yeah, that's the kind of humor that we have here, and it's so fucking dry. Like, you know what I mean? Like I started doing this, you know, with that particular joke, because I was just like, ugh, you know. So I know I'm coming across like I really hated this movie, but it's just really mediocre. Like, you know, like I understand this was supposed to be like a streaming film, and I guess it's getting like a theatrical release because of Owen Wilson, but I would say stay away from it. I mean, it's just very bland, by the numbers. Like, the performances they're just bad. Like, they're just very wooden, and they have little to no life to them. The humor is like it's just a very nonsensical film. Like, you know, things just happen, and then other things like really don't happen. Like, it feels like there's like more attention to things that don't matter, and less attention on things that really do matter, you know. Like, I would have liked more of a focus on like Bob Ross's like struggle with change and all that, and, you know, versus like every once in a while having like a stupid joke pop up, or having this, like, you know, this whole thing going on with his ex-wife, you know what I mean? It's like, or ex-girlfriend. It's like, I don't care about that shit. I would like to dabble in more meaningful grounds, and the film doesn't want it to be that way. It just wants to be something that would in some ways be Hallmark quality. Like, I'm sorry, like, it doesn't have the theatrical like quality. It's something that would probably fit on streaming, and that makes sense why it's going to streaming. So and yeah, like, I think Hallmark would probably pick this up, because it's that kind of like acting, it's that kind of just overall just tone and feel. Like, it's just really fucking bland. Like, very bland, very boring, and like, I was just very like, ugh, like that's kind of the word, the I guess the sound of coming out of Paint for me. It was just ugh. So it's not terrible. Like, it does admittedly earn a few chuckles here or there, but that's really it. I mean, I have little desire to ever revisit it or ever just talk about it ever again. Like, it's just very disposable, and you're gonna forget about it the moment you walk out. So so yeah, pretty forgettable, pretty boring, and yeah, like, I think that would have benefited a lot more, like better performances, and just overall a brand new you know, vision. Because what we got here is just super dull. So, but that's my thoughts on Paint. Pretty dull thing, but you guys let me know your thoughts on Paint if you guys tuned in for the mystery movie thing. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you guys are interested to see Paint, I know one of you guys will, a friend of mine, Matthew. I'm not sure if he watches these videos, but pretty sure that he's gonna go check this out. So, you know, but just wanted to shout out Matthew. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We'll have more movie reviews and some other content coming out. And I did just recently get like a shave and everything, so there's gonna be a video that comes out next that I still have all the hair and everything. So just if you're wondering, like, oh, what the hell, like, everything's out of order. I just shoot things when I can and when I just feel like shooting them, and just have my thoughts ready. So if you just notice the hairline and everything's like all different, that's why. But yeah, that's it for me, guys, and I will catch you guys in the next video.